Hello. I was gonna do an oracle reading, just practice run, but it is 4 o'clock Hawaii time. You know what that means? It means it is time for HQ. So I'm gonna do that first. Plus no one's here watching live, so while I wait for people to come on live, I can play my game. I probably should close that laundry door. One moment. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, I'm back. It's a little bit quieter because the laundry door is closed. And again, there's nobody here watching live, so while I wait for at least one person to come watch live, I'm gonna play HQ. Maybe if I share this. I don't know how to share this. Share. Oh yeah, Twitter's not really attached to this. I don't know how to do this. Share. I guess I can email myself the link. Save? I don't know how that works. Will it show up here? All my things are connected somehow, right? Why is it frozen? Okay. Oh, there we go. So, wait, oh, I know what to do. It's time to play HQ! Alright. It is.
Hello, HQDs. Happy quinceañera, and welcome back to another evening of the fastest trivia this side of the Mississippi. The show where only the smart survive, where it pays to have paid attention in school, where you can finally prove to your parents that you aren't wasting your time on the internet. This is HQ, the trivia game show on your phone where you answer questions to win cash.
I tweeted it.
And I am your hoist with the moist, Quiz Marquee, Big Nose Mars, the Tractor Beck, Scott Rogowski.
Thanks for coming, the moon and the stars. I will do a practice oracle, but before it's 4 o'clock, so I need to play my
1 million players,
HQ.
including Ethan, Alex, Annie, John Cotton, Kevin, and Bean.
And I will probably...
Scott, but can you just please get to the rules already? I mean, that is why everyone is
Why
here,
is
right?
Bert
Yeah, well, it looks
there?
like we have
Is
someone
that
else
Ernie?
playing
No, that's
tonight.
Bert.
Are you going to be playing? No, you're going to be hosting.
No, I'm not playing. I'm
Is that what you're gonna do?
co-hosting. That's what
You're
they told me
co-hosting?
when I
Bert?
came into the broom closet here. Yeah.
The Birdie man from Sesame Street?
That's right, your oatmeal guru, your paperclip presidente, the cuckoo pigeon whiz master. That's at BERTSESAME on Twitter. And
When
now the
did
rules.
Bert
Okay, so now that you
start
plug your Twitter,
this?
I can go on with the game here because this is, a live show.
It's not tarot cards, it's
Okay,
oracle
well,
cards.
Look, here's how the game works, okay?
And so this
You
is
ready
the
for it?
deck that I use.
12 questions. You have 10 seconds to answer when I start talking.
Yes.
If you get it right, you move on to the next
Let
round.
me
You make it
lower
right,
this.
answer all 12 questions
I'm gonna
correctly.
play it,
You winners
but
split our cash.
I probably won't last long because I always don't. Anyways, I use this inner circle oracle deck, so it's not tarot. It's a little bit different, and they are really beautiful. They look like this. See? And then the cards look like this.
Well, it's actually 2,500
And the reason why I picked this deck of cards is because I can receive the message from the card better than like a picture or words, because sometimes I read too much into them. So I decided to use these cards. And I can go over it a little bit more in detail once I answer like 2 questions on this HQ. Trust me, I don't last really that long on this HQ thing. Oh wait, hold on. It froze! Oh boy. Maybe I'm not meant to play this right now. I can tell you... Wait, what? Oh, I got it wrong because I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so anyways. Alright, so now that I didn't answer the questions right. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about this deck. So I got this like, was it like a, I think originally it was like a Kickstarter thing, or I don't know. Like one of those things, like, because the lady who created this, I don't know, it's by Darling Tree. So what I've learned through my journey of learning to be psychic is that my teacher is a really like one of those like psychic master guys, and I took classes from him. And he says using oracle cards is just a tool. Eventually you'll be able to, eventually I'll be able to relay messages without using the cards. So the cards are kind of like a stepping stone. And so because I just started learning to do psychic work, I need to still practice using the cards. And so one of the things that is, thank you, Ricky, for helping my maintenance while I rant about my oracle cards. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so my psychic teacher told me like what a good thing to do is to go through, can you do long distance reading? Yes. Eventually, yes. I'm in the practice stage right now because I just started, and it's on the premise, the premises is that everybody's psychic, and that we are all born into this world being psychic. And that's why you hear a lot of stories where kids can see or sense ghosts or like grandpa that passed away recently, or hear things, or see things, and feel things that are they're a little bit more in tune with their psychic abilities. And as we grow older, we lose it a little bit, or we don't fine tune it, because the world tells you, oh, you're crazy that you see something, or you're crazy that you're hearing things. And so we block out that skill to be psychic. So anyways, the class or the teacher that I'm learning from, that's his base premise, is that everybody is psychic, and they just need to learn to, I don't know if cultivate is the right word, but cultivate that skill. And one way to cultivate that skill is to learn how to ground and center yourself. And so we go over techniques to learn to ground yourself and to center yourself. And long story short, to ground yourself, you kind of connect your body and your energy to the center of the earth, like the middle of the earth. So if earth is like this and the center is like here, so like I'm up here on earth, and then I shoot down this imaginary portal type thing to the core of the earth, and that's how you ground yourself. And then that's like a super condensed version, by the way. There's a lot more process to that. And then there's the centering, and I can see weird white smoke sometimes around random strangers. No, so that's, see how you label it as weird? The moon and the stars is commenting. And so that's why we were brought up into this society where seeing those things is weird, and it's actually really not. And that's like part of your clairvoyancy, as one of your abilities to be psychic. And so there are 4 different types of psychic abilities, and there's like clairvoyance, which means you can see things, cognizance, which means you know things, sense is where you like just feel it here in your like body, and then clairaudience, where you hear things that other people don't hear. And the teacher says that if you start with one of your strong ones, you'll be able to get to the other psychic powers as well. So for you, the moon and the stars, because you are able to see, you're already you should work on your clairvoyancy, which is the ability to see things. And when you are able to see more things and work that, you'll be able to sense things and think things and hear things more. For myself, I am a claircognizant. That's my strongest psychic ability, and that is the one where you just know, like you've never learned it in the books or know anything about it, but you just know, and the messages come through like this area. Some people just feel it in them. It's kind of like that gut feeling sense where you sense that it's like good or bad or wrong, or I don't know, like you sense it. And then of course the hearing, where you hear messages that are being brought down to you by the spirits, angels, and the guides. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and then so back to the story of grounding and centering. So before you do any type of reading, you're supposed to ground yourself and center yourself. And like I said, that the super condensed version of grounding is that you connect to the earth's core, and the centering is it's kind of like, I can only see it sometimes though. And what kind of exercise should I do, says the moon and the stars. So yeah, so I'll show you kind of the exercises that I've been doing to help. So the grounding is one, and then the centering is it's kind of like in yoga terms, I guess, like the third eye, which a lot of the times people think it's like right here on your forehead, but the third eye is actually like, if you were to draw an imaginary line across like the top of your ears, and then like right through here back to there, like kind of in that area is supposedly like the third eye. So when you focus on your third eye, it's not focusing like right here on your forehead, it's kind of focusing like inside your brain, and that's how you center yourself. And I should do like a whole centering video, but anyways, the short version is to focus on that area, and you create this magical space, and then you tell yourself that you're in charge of everything from there, and you clear all the clutter in there. You have to do a little bit of house cleaning. Sometimes there's people in there, says my teacher, and he says that you have to tell those people to go, because if you have those people inside your sacred dome in your centering area, those people tend to run your life. So you have to tell them, hello, can you please go? And you have to like clean the windows and shine down some good light. Anyways, so you have to ground yourself and center yourself, and then after you ground yourself and center yourself, you can use tools like an oracle deck. So like I said, I have this oracle deck, Inner Stars Magic Edition. It is from Darling Tree. I think you can find it on the internet. And you don't have to use this card. My teacher says you pick up any oracle deck that calls out to you and that fits or vibes with you. And so the reason why there's like tons of oracle cards out there, and the reason why I chose this one is because I'm very mathematical, and I don't like the ones with like the goddesses pictures on it or like words, like too much words, because then I kind of focus on the image too much and I'm unable to receive the message properly, and I read into it too much. Because he says what you need to do in order to cultivate your psychic ability is to be able to look at the card and immediately say whatever word it is. So first he had us like, there's 55 cards in here, and in order to practice your psychic ability, you just kind of like flip it, and whatever word comes to mind, you just say it. So for like this one, I'll be like, oh, like ground and centering answer, or like this one would be like, oh, you're surrounded by love, or and then you can like say certain words or phrases, and eventually it'll turn to sentences and more meaningful messages as you do more work. When you first work with a card, if somebody has like touched it or something, then you have to clear its energy. So they said to knock on it 3 times to kind of like put your energy into it. You can shuffle it, and you can say, for example, if it's the moon and the stars. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. Then I'll say your name, kind of visualize the name, pull a card, and then whatever message that comes to me, I just kind of deliver to you. Now, I can, the questions can range from, oh, what message do I need to hear right now, or what obstacles do I need to overcome, or it could be what are my next steps in life, or it could be any like questions. So a lot of people are just like, oh, what message do I need to hear right now? It's kind of like the most generic one that a lot of people kind of ask for and start with. And so I'll be like, okay, I don't know the moon and the stars name, but I'm just gonna say if it's Jessica or whatever. I'll be like, okay, Jessica's guides, spirits, and angels, what message does Jessica need to hear right now? And as I shuffle, and I'll pull a card, and I kind of deliver the message from that card. Now, when you shuffle and like one of the cards like fall out or something, they say that that's probably the card that is for that person, because there's a reason for everything that, like, if a card fell out or whatever. And so yeah, this is a practice run because my teacher says that the reason why this is a practice run is, one, because I am just starting on this like psychic journey, and so I'm really not there yet, so I have to continue to ground and center and practice with the cards. The other reason why this is a practice run is because my teacher said that if you consume animal products, a lot of the times the frequency of the animal products interfere with the message that I'm trying to get. So when you do readings and channeling, hello Lila, nice to have you here. I've explained a lot already, so hope you can catch up. Oh, Layla, sorry. Layla, I need to remember that. Welcome. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the animal products. So my teacher said that if I consume animal products, then the frequencies and the energies of the animal can inhibit the message. So if I'm going to be doing oracle reading and channeling I also can do mediumship. I'm actually really good at past life reading. That's one of my strong points is. And if you don't know what past life reading is, it's kind of I like it because I can help people more. I feel like past life reading is, for example, if someone comes to me and they're like, oh, I'm having trouble with weight loss, whatever it is. I mean, we always have like weight loss issues. And so as a past life reader, I access a lifetime which that person was skinny, or I guess more trim, and take that energy and put it into the person now, as in like a download, you know, like download the energy of the time when that person in their past life. It could be 20 years, not 20 years ago, that's like too early, like 20,000 years ago. It could be 20 million years ago, because, you know, our spirits are like super old, but it could be hundreds of years ago, whatever it is. So a time in that person's life where they were skinny or trim, and then I'll take that energy and download it into this person who's trying to lose weight or trim down or whatever. So yeah, that's past life reading, and I think past life reading is awesome. Can you do Layla? I am curious. Okay, so I can do Layla because you're curious, and the reason why, let me go back to the reason why this is a practice run is because I did consume animal products today, and my teacher said that eggs are probably the worst thing that you can eat when you are channeling and reading, because eggs, I guess it has really low frequencies or something, and it really affects reading. So again, this is just a practice run because yes, I did consume animal products, and I did have eggs like 2 hours ago. So this is like really not all that, but I can show you how it's done. So for example, Layla, right? So I'll be like, Layla, what question would you like to have the answers to? So it could be anything. And the most generic one, like I said, is like, what messages do my guides, spirits, and angels need to tell me now? Hi Shay, would you like to be my English tutor? We can just talk 2 hours a week, please. 2 hours a week, that sounds a lot. You can watch my live, and we can learn English that way, I guess. Wait, what is your first language? Geketi. Anyways, so Layla, do you have any questions that you like answered? While I shuffle it. They're so pretty. Look at that. Layla might not be here anymore. The moon and the stars. Is there a question that you have? I should do an actual, let's see, this card just popped up as I was shuffling, and it says inspire yourself. Of course, with all these oracle cards, they have like, it comes with a book like this, and I just picked out inspire yourself, right? And so it kind of has a little bit more explanation in the book. So it says it's easy to find external sources of inspiration for the thing you want to attract for yourself. Do you, yeah, Layla, let Shay do the psychic thing. Yeah. Inspire yourself is I see the gifts and unique qualities that are within me and use it to as inspiration to be the best version of myself. Okay, yeah. So Layla, you left for a minute, so we are talking that I could just practice with a question you might have, a question that you want to ask your guides, spirits, and angels. And I just started on this psychic journey, and I didn't know what archangels were, but archangels are like super powerful, and I feel like whenever I'm like down and low in life, I just ask for all like the archangels' help and stuff, and it actually really is helpful. So we can do a test run if somebody has a question. Like I said, it's practice, because I did eat animal products and I did have eggs, so my frequency right now is probably not the best, but I can show you kind of how it's done. Any question? Or actually, we can do it this way. If everybody's shy, I can be like, hey, my guides, spirits, and angels, what messages do my viewers right now? I have 5 of you watching. What message to my viewers right now is like the best message that they should hear? We could do that as well. And I can ask and channel my guides, my angels, spirits, and guides. I always have to say all 3, and I feel it's like a mouthful. I feel like I just want to say one. But if I just say like guides, I feel like I'm not acknowledging the others. Okay, I'll give you a little bit more time to think of a question. If not, I can just do, I can just access my guides. Hi, how do I find my guide spirit? So, fortunately for myself, Ote, the way I found my guide spirit was through my teacher. And sometimes my first language is Portuguese. I am from Brazil, but I also speak Japanese, not so much. Okay, I don't speak Portuguese, so that's gonna be tough. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the way I found my guide spirits, and of course guide spirits change. Currently, I have Mother Mary, and I found out because my teacher told me. And sometimes some teachers are a little bit more strict. And I know someone in my class who had a different teacher before, and she said that her teacher was like, I'm not going to tell you who it is. You need to go figure out yourself. And so she kind of looked for signs and clues in her life. And I think it was something like she kept on coming across the color green, and something to do with green, and then she started coming across, I guess, one of the guides that the guide's color, the main color for this guide is green. And so she went back to her teacher and she was like, oh, is my guide spirit this person who's known to be of a green color? And his teacher said yes. So I'm not at that level to be like, oh, your guide spirit is this person. Like, again, I just started. Ooh, dream reading. I don't do dream reading, but dream reading is very similar. And so guides and spirits actually communicate with you through your dreams. And so it's really good to, sounds like it shares Native American beliefs. I'm not sure about Native American beliefs, but maybe, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm very new to this. Anyways, dream reading. Going back to dream reading, my teacher says that dreams are just another way for your guide spirits and angels to send you messages. So it's very important to jot them down. Like, even if it's just one word, like car or whatever, you remember a car in your dream because you don't remember anything else but just the car. And if you write it down, like actually write it down in a journal, or if you're not a writer, you can like type it in your smartphone and just write car, then the guides and spirits and angels will know that that's the only thing you picked up. And so they're going to do a better job of trying to tell you more, and a better job of sending. I have a weird dream last night. Yeah, I have a dream journal. Yeah, so it's very important to have dream journal because it's a way for you to like manually connect with your guides, spirits, and angels to see if the messages that they're sending is the right message. Sometimes if you didn't have a dream or you cannot remember a dream, it's also important to write, I don't remember anything from my dreams, so that your guides and spirits and angels will be like, oh, well, that didn't work. Let's try a different way to communicate or make it more vivid or whatever. I have very, very vivid dreams, like very vivid, very detailed dreams. And when I wake up, I remember like a lot. I'm not so good at writing it down, so I need to do a better job of writing them down. But yes, that's what my teacher told me about dreams. And what I use, the moon and the stars, what you can use, what I use, which is helpful for me, is, and the teacher said that, yeah, you can totally use it. There's like dream dictionaries online, right? So I use dreammoods.com. So if you go to dreammoods.com and you type in car, because like that's the only thing you remember of your dream, you can search for the word car and it'll give you like a snippet of what it could mean. Now, my teacher said that it's dream, hold on, let me type this in here. Dreammoods.com. I think that's what it is. You can try. He said that you can go there and you put in car, whatever it is that you remember. Maybe it's falling. Maybe it has to do with teeth. And maybe it has to do with a building fire. Maybe it has to do with eating or food or whatever it is. You look at the description in the what it says, and he says just take the messages that apply to you. Like, because sometimes it'll say like this and this and this and this, and you're like, that's not me. And if it's not you, then it's not you. Like, he's like, you'll know, you'll kind of know. And if you read something, you're like, oh, and you kind of vibe with the message that you're reading for the symbol of your dream, then it's meant for you. So try that. I've been doing that. Yeah, go check the moon and the stars. Go check dreammoods.com. I use it frequently when I have like really, like sometimes I have like tsunami dreams, and usually when it's water, it's very emotional. That's what dream would say, and it makes sense. I have a lot of teeth dreams where I lose teeth, and it says that you're in a situation where you have a hard time controlling what's happening, and I'm like, yeah, that's true, you know. So it kind of really it depends. And sometimes I look at it and I'm like, that does not fit me at all. And if it doesn't fit you at all, then it wasn't meant, that message wasn't meant to be. So anyways, back to the oracle card reading. Does anybody have a question? I only have 4 of you right now online, but if anybody has a question, if not, I will do the very generic what I will ground and center, and I'll ask my guides, spirits, and angels to see what message is good for you. Sometimes it's difficult for me to understand mine. I'll dream in Japanese after so much studying. So yeah, I mean, if it's difficult to understand, like you write down in an actual journal, like it was very difficult to understand, or like me, I'm not very much of this type of person, and you just like type it in and then you'd be like, it was very difficult for me to understand. And your guides, spirits, and angels will be like, oh, okay, that doesn't work for this person, and so we'll try a different way. So my name is Garrison. KT is my Japanese name. Okay, we can just talk an hour a week. KT is not really a Japanese name, I think. KT. Garrison. I used to watch your videos on Listen Me. It was so much fun. Yeah, I did like only a few on Listen Me, and then I don't know what happens to them. But if I spoke Portuguese, I think it would be great. But I think I only know like obrigado or something, or obrigada, or I'm learning Spanish right now, if that's any consolation. But yeah, let's see. let me just do myself since like nobody is asking questions. So okay, let's try. So my guides, spirits and angel, what message do I need at this moment? And it has to be instantaneous. Like you look at the card and the message is like, you can't be like, huh, and like take too long, because then like that's not the message. So that's another way. What message do I need right now? So I think it's what I got from it is that I'm supported from all angles. So and with the support that I get from all angles, I can flourish. And then I read the words. It says, love your true self. Love your true self. Love your true self. Love your true self. And I can look in the book if I want to. Eventually I won't have to. But it says, every part of you deserves your loving care and respect. Some parts are like flowers, which blossom and grow with ease. Others have sharp corners and rough edges, but you only hurt yourself by avoiding them or keeping them in the darkness. They give you the strength to cut through your illusion. Hold space for all parts of your being and to experience all that you truly are. The affirmation is, I love and accept all parts of myself, the light and dark, the seen and unseen. I see it all as a unique gift for me to express. So that's my card for myself. Love your true self is what my angels, guides, and spirits are telling me. Yeah, my computer. Yes, I'm glad it really helped. The moon, the stars. I'm assuming that you're talking about the website, the dreammoods.com. I've been using it for quite some time. I think they even have an app. But do I have the app? I must have the app. But I don't really like use the app. I do. I do have the app. It's called, see, look, Dream Moods. What's in your dream? And then, oh yeah, I guess there's like a journal function in there, which I've never used, but maybe I should do that. Like I've been doing it in this like day one journal because the reason why I've been doing this day one journal one is because it's what is it called, secured. It's you need another code in order to open it. Like, oh, it opened it from my face over there. That's kind of scary. Anyways, I didn't want people to like pick up my phone and then start reading like my journal. So I have like a manifestation board and a dream journal in there. And a manifestation board, basically, it's kind of like a dream board where you can like write down anything and everything that you want in life, and it can be as ridiculous as you want, says my teacher. So like, say you were like, oh, I want like $10 million, and you just write it down. You write it, I have $10 million, and you write it down in your journal, your electric one or your analog one, and you just write everything that you ever wanted in life, like what would be awesome, you know, like, yeah. Anyways, so I was doing that, like, manifestation journal. Slacking a little, so I should do it again. I've been trying to get like those lucid dream things. What? Lucid dreams, is that the one that like you're dreaming but not really dreaming? I had that the other day. Not the other day, it's been like a few weeks. Like you're here now and you're kind of dreaming and you're like in this situation. Is that what lucid dream is? I'm not really sure. Ote says, I have one since I'm graduating this year. What message do I need before I choose a destination after graduation? Sorry, weird question. It's between Japan, Florida, and Hawaii. Okay, so is Ote your name? Because apparently first name is super important when I'm channeling messages. So can I use Ote as your name to connect with? What message do you need before you choose the destination after graduation because you're graduating? Oh, David. Okay, so David is your first name. Okay. So I can be like, okay, David's, and where are you right now, David? Where in the world is it? I'm just like California, Europe. Ohio. Okay. So David in Ohio. Ohio. David in Ohio's guides, spirits, and angels. What message does he need before he chooses a destination after graduation? He's graduating soon, and he would like a message as to before he decides where he's going to end up. David in Ohio. Okay, so the message that I got, it seems that you have a lot of things going on right now. Like you have a lot of different hobbies and different skills skill sets, and it's important to kind of see where all those skill sets overlap to see what destination would best suit you. So keep in mind all the abilities and hobbies and skills that you have when deciding where to go. Okay, and then let's see what the words say. Underlying pattern. Underlying pattern. So now after I read this word underlying pattern, there must be some sort of pattern already in your life that you actually know that as you follow this pattern in your life that you should be going to XYZ location, which I don't know, but I'm assuming that you sense like a pattern in your lifestyle and you know that this particular destination is probably the most suiting for you. Underlying pattern. Let's look what the book says. Underlying pattern. Okay. Know that under all the chaos, confusion, doubt, and other struggles lie the most defined patterns, designs, and structures of nature. Every single thing around you, that which you can clearly see and so much you cannot, is inseparable from the whole. This oneness provides us with a continuous reminder of the sacred foundation of all things. I hope that was helpful. Did that make any sense to you? Again, I'm not really at the right state of mind to be channeling and reading, and that's why I labeled this a practice run, because I had animal products today. Yeah, it did. Oh, yay, David. The message, did it make sense? I'm glad that you say yes. It gives me confidence that I can like someday do this like for real. That's why I labeled it practice, because I'm still in the practice stage. But as I ground and center myself more, and as more people come and watch me live, and the more readings I can do, the better I can get at it. What time is it? I need to go to practice. Okay, good. I still have time. Anybody else want to do a reading? We're just gonna hang out here. See, so apparently, like, the person's first name is, like, a huge deal. That's why I was like, okay, I needed your first name. I just like the location just to help me kind of get a better sense of where I'm connecting to. Because apparently, my teacher, I'll give you a super creepy, eerie story. Like, my teacher was, I guess, in Japan, and then somebody was like lost in South America somewhere like totally far from Japan. He gets a phone call from this person that's lost in South America. He's like never been to South America, and he's like, hello, I'm lost, can you help me find my way? And he's like, dude, I don't even know where you are, first of all, and how am I supposed to help you? He's like, no, but you're psychic, you know how, like, you can be able to see things and sense things that are like not like here right now. And so the story goes that like he's on the phone and he's like trying to channel and sense like this person that's like somewhere lost in South America who's trying to find his way or whatever. He's like, okay, let me try, you know. And then he's like, if you go straight and if you go down to the left, is there like an alleyway? And then he's like, oh yeah, there is an alleyway. He's like, if you go down that alleyway and then you take, I think it's the second right, you go the second right, and then there must be some stairs. If you go up the stairs, that's where you're supposed to go, right? And then like he was able to guide the person to where he needed to go, said my psychic person, which was like, what? Like, how cool is that? I want to be able to help people like that. Like, someone is on the other side of the world and they're lost and they need to find their way, so they just kind of call me up and I'll be like, yeah, I know how, I can help you out. Hey, yeah, you just gotta go, you just go like 20 feet this way, and then when you see that thing, you're just gonna go that way and then this way, and then yeah, isn't that where you're supposed to be? How cool is that? Being able to cultivate this psychic knowledge is awesome. I think that would be so cool if I could do that. I don't know. So yeah, what else I can share about my psychic journey? Oh yeah, so the more I train on being train my psychic ability, then they said that like you can actually be talking to somebody, and I've seen some videos about psychics in Japan. It's a little different. Interesting. I haven't really seen much psychic videos, but they said once you get really good at this, then you can be talking to somebody and then know if that person's lying to you or not, because your guides and spirits and angels will like send you the messages. Oh, this person is lying, like, or this person is telling the truth, or whatever it is. So I think that's a really good skill to have. And going back to what the moon and the stars says about the white haze, so that's kind of like aura reading. I can never say that word correctly. It kind of goes into the more of aura reading. I can't say that word. Anyways, it's, my teacher says that everybody has these colors above them, right? So sometimes it's like blue or green or yellow, gold, silver, whatever color that's usually like emitted in this area right here. And based on that color, you can actually tell a lot about the person's state of mind or how they're feeling or where they are in life or whatever. And so he says once you start, like for the moon and the stars, if you are clairvoyant and you're able to see things, you'll start walking around and start seeing like the colors above people and know, oh, that person is feeling this way right now, or this person needs this right now, or whatever it is. I'm still practicing on aura reading. It's a little bit more difficult for me. Like I said, I'm more like I know, so I look and I know that it's blue, but I don't see that it's blue yet. That's kind of where that's where I am right now, where I know it's bluish, but do I see blue? Not really. I still need to work on my seeing ability. He said that my teacher said that one time he was like, you know, he had a part-time job and he's at a cash register, and he opened the cash register and he saw a face in the cash register and he's like, whoa, you know. And he says it's really nothing to be afraid of when you can see people. It's as long as you are grounded and centered. If you are not grounded and centered, that's when you start seeing the not so nice spirits and the not so nice people. That's what he was explaining. So if you're not grounded and centered, and if you're like kind of weary and you're able to see things, that's when you start seeing ghosts and spirits that want to take advantage of you or hurt you or harm you in some way or another. And yeah, so I'm like, whoa, I better like ground and center myself all the time, because I don't want to, like, I really want to be clairvoyant, and that's like the ability to see, but I don't want to see the guide spirits and stuff, the spirits, I guess, the spirits that are not so nice. But the guy in the face in the register that my teacher saw, he was like a trickster. Yeah, it's like Yurei. Yeah. Again, yeah, like ghosts. Yeah, like ghosts. So as long as you're grounded and centered, even if you see a ghost, it'll be a friendly ghost or a ghost that's trying to help you or watch over you, as opposed to if you are not centered and you're in a weak place and you're kind of very unstable, then you'll start to see the ghosts that are not so nice, says my teacher. And you know those orbs in pictures? They're real, he said. You know when you like take a picture and there's like orbs or spirits in the pictures? He says all of those are real, and it can even get captured by smartphones. It's not just those analog like film cameras. It can be captured on cell phones now too. There's one really strange one. He said he captured a picture. One of his students, has your sensei talked about pilgrimages? No. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so one of his students took a picture and sent it to him, and he was like, "Oh my goodness, delete that right now," because if this is the picture, like the spirit that got caught on camera was just the eye, so it was like, okay, I'm now making the thing smaller, but it was like the eye was like that on the pictures. Like, so imagine this is the picture and there was like an eye, and you could clearly see like the lashes and everything, and he was like, oh my goodness, delete that. Because it's kind of freaky, as in like, I mean, there's no real harm in it, but yeah. Oh yeah, and you have to always cut ties. So like I just did a reading for David in Ohio, and I was able to connect with the guides and spirits and angels of David's, and I always have to like cut ties, or else like I'll be connected to his guides, and yeah, that's not good. So I always have to like cut. Let's see what else. That's about it. If nobody else has questions, I mentioned it because in class I learned they strengthen the spirit. I guess. I'm not, maybe, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm just starting my psychic journey, so I'm not too familiar with that, but could be. So yeah, I guess I want to leave letting you know that everybody, I'm just relaying the message that my teacher says, that everybody does have psychic ability. You just need to cultivate it and bring it back out, because we're all brought into this world with that ability. We're just in a society right now that kind of doesn't embrace it. So I want to let you know that you should embrace it. So if you see things, don't think it's weird. If you hear things, don't be like, oh my goodness, I must be crazy because I'm hearing things. If you sense things within your like body, like right here in your chest area, like, oh, like I don't think I should step into this room, or I don't think I should go into this building, or I don't think I should go to this park or temple or whatever. Like, you have those feelings because that's a way of like the guides and the spirits communicating with you. And so like honor that. Like if you feel that way, like don't step into that park or don't step into the building, you know. In my case, like I said, I'm claircognizant, so I'm more like I know. I'm like I know I'm not supposed to be there, because there are some places where like spirits are very like protective. They're like, no, this is my area right now, and I'm trying to like create or like manifest this thing right now, and I don't want you like in this vicinity. Like they're just kind of protective sometimes of their places. So yeah, if you have those types of senses, embrace it, because the more you accept it, the more your skill sharpens, and you'll get better, and you'll be able to communicate with guide spirits and angels better, and you'll have a better relationship, and they can help you. I've been on live for like almost an hour, so I think I should wrap this up. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments below. I'm going to leave this unlisted though. I don't know, I feel like I always leave my live videos unlisted because it just doesn't match the flow and the feel of the videos that I have on my channel. So I'll keep this unlisted, and yeah, maybe I'll come back again and do more readings. All right, thanks for watching. See you. Mata ne.